Vested community, I am excited to bring to you a great tool that can help you build trust in your relationships. It's called the Expectations Sharing Matrix. Now, in full transparency, I didn't create this. It was actually something I learned about as a young person just going into my first job at Procter & Gamble. And we use this tool with my boss. And I just found it so valuable. I've used it over and over again with all kinds of relationships, employee relationships, and now with outsourcing relationships, and it never fails me. So let me share it with you and see how you can start using it to help build trust with your two-in-a-box partner. So let's look at the tool itself, and I'll give you some tips. First, the tips. So the goal for the Expectation Sharing Matrix tool is for you and your two-in-a-box team member to identify your strengths, weaknesses, and preferred ways of working with each other. And the goal is to help you leverage each other's strengths, but compensate for each other's weaknesses. And by learning how you work together well, you're going to actually improve your collective performance. Now, as an individual, you should start by filling out the matrix and really think about how you like to work. Now, after you've completed it, have your two-in-a-box partner complete it. So you'll have kind of two aspects of it, yours and theirs. Now you want to come together and share it with each other. And this is going to spark some amazing conversations. Now, keep in mind that the Expectation Sharing Matrix is usually confidential between the two-in-a-box partners. You can share it with others if you'd like, but typically it is done just between the two-in-a-box partners. Or if you have a three-in-the-box, it can be done as a three-in-a-box. You just add a simple column. So let's look at the tool. So you can create one just like this for your own, and you can change the categories if you want. But you'll see I've got 5 categories: wants, needs, and priorities, rules to work by, strengths, weaknesses, and communication preferences. And I've just put, for example, a buyer and a supplier. And so you will each start to fill this in. Now, here's an example of one that's completed between a procurement lead and the account manager. So you'll see that the procurement lead likes to work hard and play hard. They're very deliverable based, but not really, you have to be in the office 40 hours. They've been used to working in COVID, and they like their home workspace and just being able to get stuff done when they say they're going to and not be monitored. They like feedback, instant feedback actually, good and bad. And one of their kind of pet projects is coaching and mentoring. They've been working on this within their own organizations and think it's actually kind of cool to work under a vested relationship to be able to coach and mentor the supplier. So that's a great asset for anyone who's working on a vested relationship. Now, the procurement lead does not like babysitting. Actually, in the past, it had a boss that liked to babysit them over admin stuff and vacations, and it was a real pet peeve. Now let's look at the account manager. The account manager is going to be very complementary to the procurement lead because when you start to look at it, they like to work until it's done. They don't mind splitting it up, but if they say they're going to do something, they're going to. They also don't like babysitting, and so this is just a huge welcome relief when they saw this from the procurement lead because it's something that they, as account manager, often fall victim to with other organizations, other outsourcing deals that have junkyard dogs. Now, they like honest feedback, regardless of how critical, and here they say verbatim, I like people to be direct. I know where I stand, and they are going to appreciate that coaching, and they like to know what problems to fix. So I think you'll see that these guys are going to be super complementary. Now, when you look at the strengths and the weaknesses, you can start to see how they can complement each other. So I always tell people if you've got a strength in one party and it's not a strength in another, that's okay. Don't, turn around and go, well, you can't spell or you can't whatever. Instead, your job as a two-in-a-box is to lift each other up. And lifting each other up starts with understanding the unique aspects and nature of your two-in-a-box partner. So again, this is a wonderful tool to help you work through your relationship and begin to think about how your two-in-a-box partner likes to work. So I hope you've enjoyed learning about the Expectation Sharing Matrix and creating a tool that can help you build trust with your two-in-a-box partner. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Vestedfaculty@utk.edu.